regale you with a tale of bravery and treachery on the high seas, of a perilous journey through the depths of the fabled Siren's Labyrinth. A tale that tested not just the mettle of a crew, but the very essence of their souls. 'Twas a night like any other, with the scarlet sabre cleaving through the churning waters, its ebony hull cutting through the inky blackness of the brine. The salty breeze carried whispers of a fabled treasure hidden deep within the treacherous coral reefs of Calypso's Cove. The crew's eyes gleamed with the prospect of untold riches, yet every heart aboard braced for the haunting tales of the Siren's Labyrinth. Perched on the edge of the captain's table, Marina, alluring yet enigmatic mermaid, her opalescent tail shimmering beneath the faint light of the oil lamp, regaled us with the details.
Beyond the treacherous currents and the jagged teeth of the reefs lies the Cove of Legends. It's guarded by more than just the shifting tides and razor-sharp corals. A forgotten temple stands there, cloaked in shadow and teeming with ancient magic. Within its walls, there lies a chamber rumored to be filled with gold and jewels, enough to make even the most hardened of pirates weep with greed. But beware, for the Sirens have claimed those waters as their own, their haunting songs luring sailors to their doom. Only those with the strongest of wills can resist their alluring calls.
As she spoke, her voice weaving a spell of enchantment about us, Mr. Sin, usually stoic and composed, seemed to lean in closer, his sharp amber eyes gleaming with anticipation. I recalled how she had told me of the difference between a siren and a mermaid. It was naught but flesh deep as I could tell. One drowned men, the other saved them. A distinction not to be taken lightly. My gaze remained fixed on Marina. I felt a glint of determination shining in my eyes as I raised me tankard in a silent salute before walking out to the deck to address the crew, and with a steely resolve. "Men," I began, me tone commanding attention, "we sail not just for treasure, but for the honor and glory that comes with it. Calypso's Cove may be fraught with danger, but we are the crew of the Scarlet Sabre, and fear has no place in our hearts. We will face sirens, and we will claim what is rightfully ours. Prepare the ship, for we set sail for destiny." A chorus of cheers erupted through the dimly lit deck, as voices rose in a boisterous symphony of anticipation. The Scarlet Sabre's crew, emboldened with the promise of riches and the thrill of adventure, began to make the ship ready for sail. As I directed the crew, my mind was racing, with plans and strategies. Marina slipped back into the sea, her eyes gleaming with an unreadable intensity. And for all the tales of danger and allure, not even the mysteries of the Siren's Labyrinth could dim the fiery spirit burning within the hearts of those who sail under the Scarlet Sabre's proud name. Their destiny awaited, calling to them from the depths of the unknown, beckoning them to carve their names in the annals of pirate legend. And as they worked the ship into the night, the promise of untold riches and the thrill of the unknown spurred them onward, their fates entwined with the turbulent tides. So with a thrill of anticipation and the weight of caution, we sailed for the coral reefs of Calypso's Cove. And as we cautiously neared the rocks of the cove, we passed under a natural arch of stone. Thus we knew fair and true that we had found quick access to the labyrinth's serpentine passage. And lo, it was not long before we encountered the remnants of past explorers, eerie echoes of their failed attempts at escape, the skeletal remains of ships, their splintered masts jutting out of the unforgiving waters, standing as a grim reminder of the fates that awaited those who dared disturb the Siren's domain. The Siren's eerie melodies wove through the labyrinth's currents, tempting even the most resolute among us. Yet, our resolve remained steadfast, bolstered by the unbreakable camaraderie of the crew. Mr. Sin, keen wit and unwavering loyalty as he was, guided us through the maze, while Jack Jones ensured our spirits remained high despite the encroaching shadows. The coral reef of Calypso's Cove proved to be as treacherous as all the tales foretold. Razor-sharp edges threatened to tear the hull of the Scarlet Sabre to shreds, while the ever-shifting currents attempted to drag us down into the murky depths. We navigated through narrow channels where one wrong turn could spell disaster, testing the skills of even the most seasoned sailors among us. As we delved deeper into the heart of the labyrinth, the very waters seemed to surge against us, as if determined to protect the secrets hidden within the confines of the cove. Strange creatures emerged from the ocean, their glowing eyes fixated on our ship as we pushed forth. Lurking shadows beneath the waves hinted at the presence of ancient guardians. Their forms were obscured by the sea. Those were no ordinary creatures in the depths, but ancient sentinels no doubt, bound to protect the sanctity of the cove at all costs. Among the eerie narrow cliffs that seemed to envelop us, ghostly whispers echoed, carrying warnings and veiled threats. We could almost feel the palpable malevolence lurking just beneath the surface. A force that sought to ensnare our minds and pull us into the abyss. The crew remained steadfast, weapons at the ready, their resolve unyielding, even in the face of such supernatural adversaries. Yet it was not only the supernatural forces that we contended with. The natural elements, too, conspired against us. Vicious storms arose out of nowhere, lashing at the sails with the fury of a scorned titan. Thunder rumbled in the distance and lightning crackled ominously, threatening to strike the scarlet saber at any moment. Torrential rain obscured our vision, and the wind howled like a banshee, testing the strength of our resolve and the sturdiness of our ship. Despite these challenges, I remained resolute. My unwavering determination guided us through the tempestuous waters. With the skill of Mr. Sin and the unwavering support of my crew, we weathered every trial put our way, forging ahead towards the heart of the cove, where the promise of treasure and glory awaited those brave enough to claim it. The Ranu, our stalwart dear shipmates, provided invaluable in their agility, maneuvering with the grace of the forest spirits they'd hailed from. They bound between the ropes and the cannons, keeping watch over the ship's every move. Occasionally they would send a blast from our cannons to bellow defiance against the monstrous sentinels that sought to thwart our every step. Through the labyrinth's depths, we caught sight of a haunting visage of sirens, a great rocky formation. Their predatory grace in stark contrast to the horrors of their intentions. Their mesmerizing songs threatened to ensnare even the most resolute souls. Yet Marina, the enigmatic mermaid, offered a glimpse of hope, shielding us from the full force of their enchantments with her own ethereal powers. In the heart of the labyrinth, we entered a small bay. Amidst the distant echoes of forgotten souls, we stumbled upon a small island, covered in a trove of ancient relics and forgotten treasures. And as we filled our coffers with the spoils of this conquest, a moral burden weighed heavy upon our hearts. For in the face of an unfathomable beauty and unimaginable wealth, we realized that the true treasure lay not in the material riches, but in the unwavering bonds that carried us through the darkest depths. The Siren's labyrinth had tested our resilience, yet it was our unity that emerged as our ultimate victor. And as we loaded the final crates of riches onto our ship and set sail back out of that dead man's peril, the crew fell silent, their faces bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun. I stepped forward, me eyes surveying the faces of me loyal comrades, and with a voice softened by the weight of realization, I said, "We may have conquered the perils of this treacherous labyrinth today, but it is the unwavering loyalty and trust among us that truly enriches our lives. Our bonds are forged through the shared hardship and triumphs we make. They are the most precious treasures that we can carry." Mr. Sin nodded in agreement, a rare smile gracing his usually stoic features. "Aye, Captain," he said, his voice steady and resonant. "We may have sought material wealth, but it's the intangible wealth of friendship and solidarity that sustains us through these turbulent seas of life." Each member of the crew nodded in silent accord, their expression reflecting the profound understanding that had settled in our hearts. With the winds of newfound wisdom blown through the sails, the Scarlet Sabre set sail once more, the glint of camaraderie shining brighter than any gem in our possession. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting its final radiant glow upon the vast expanse of the ocean, the Scarlet Sabre sailed forth, a symbol of unity and resilience, carving a path through the ever-changing tides of fate. And so, me hearties, let this be a lesson, learned from the depths of the abyss. In the seas of life, it be not the treasures we amass, but the companions we hold dear that truly enrich our souls. Aye, the echoes of that tale still ring in my ears. But fear not, for when the moon dances high above the horizon, I'll regale you with a tale of a cursed island, where I once saved a town from starvation, with naught but a crew as stubborn as the tides and marinas' charms alone. So gather your kin and prepare for a tale that'll whisk you away to the realms uncharted and treasures untold. But of course, that be a story for another time, and if ye like me, and ye be inclined to linger, I might spin you the full tale, from the start to the very heart, with all the grit and glory ye can handle.